Telling me what I want up in the streets. Me live me life and me not stress.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Fundi, Ntshwanti, your lady friend on radio. But right now, see, yeah, YouTuber. So don't forget to subscribe on the channel here. To please like and subscribe. It's episode number 7 on hashtag What Happened to Spaza. The question still stands. We still want to find out what happened to Spaza. And I have one of the OGs here to unpack all of this today. So, how are you?
I'm good. That's second.
Diapila brother. Sim Mabuya Tango Simpio. Hey, I was so embarrassed the other time no madness, and he mentioned you, and I was like, who's that?
Oh, when
I know, right?
Oh,
and then Diabuya was like, no man, Sim, I know Sim.
Of course.
And you know, I asked you what is Sim, and then you go by Sim Pio Mabu.
Completely, yes.
Why did you change names from Sim to
Kamalambil Kade? Khali shortnishwa to Sim yabo so nami ndayithatha la nto kuba ke yaqonda uyi artist usestagini uba ne kuthiwa into lanto stage name yabo so ndayibamba ngolo hlobo but as ixesha lihamba I'm like more I'm a realist yabo so izinto zami ngazike yabo Simphiwe full aka Sim Mabuya.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're still Sim Mabuya.
Still Sim.
So akonde Dude, let's take it back to when it started for you, when you were first introduced to Spaza, and the very first person onothi wena uqale ngayo ubona Spaza and your introduction to Spaza.
Spaza mntasekhaya hey suka kude indaba Spaza ne and sithetha le omnye thethe le umthethe le ya olwam uluvo luthi ulwazi lwam ndingaseBhayi kokuqala bo so ndifika apha eCape Town kuthethwa ngeSpaza you know so as a rapper from eBhayi bengikade ndirapha nge-English so xa ndifika kweli cala kurapwa ngeXhosa most of the time and
amajita. The very first people ababonileyo barapha ngeXhosa.
Mna ufika kwamapha mos ndifikela kwi-All in Wise yabo.
Okay.
So i-All in Wise odet barapha ngeXhosa apha. I'm not sure before that bekungobana barapha ngeXhosa and such brothers like Ondlulam to barapha ngeXhosa mhlambi nayo uzawuthi bakhona before yena.
Yeah, look, this is your introduction to Spaza.
You know, this is that, you know because mna ndingowase eBhayi uyabona so intsha yonke lento yako ndabona apho ba okay kune genre or sub genre kuthiwa Spaza and basically it's about rapping vernacular. If you rapping is closer, that means upper Cape Town wenza Spaza.
Oh, so that was not in the SCPE?
No, eBhayi mna eBhayi ndilshiye eBhayi probably abantu baseBhayi abaninzi abandazi noba I rap. Ngabo nabo abandaziyo probably my closest friends abantu endikhula nabo abanye bayothuka ba what hey skipha so they know me as an actor kanye umuntu ose theater and stuff yabo so eBhayi as bansitsho siqale
because you know why it would have been so interesting for someone to say diqale uyiva Spaza or you know someone rapping in PE.
Okay, the interesting thing is let me say this. The most interesting is we are talking about this Spaza, just the actual tag,
just
right? So now if we were to generalize it and say vernacular rap, already eBhayi besekurapwa ngeXhosa.
Okay.
That I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Right? Because first ukuva kwam amajita erapha ngeXhosa ndithunyelwa ngumntakwethu uDwayi uXolani Sikhosana eBhayi. He's a producer ka-Abantu at that time. He's sending me music eyenziwa ngo-Abantu and Abantu is rapping in Xhosa and he does not call it Spaza.
I think now that's where the thing is. It's right. The calling it Spaza. We mhlambi kufike kube khona into
confusion there's entitlements and such.
Yeah, because now kukhona abantu abazawufuna ubana hello sithi abaqalayo kukhona bazothi but this thing was done. Yeah, you understand? Because it's Xhosa basically.
SisiXhosa ifana nokubona sithi OWHP bathi imbutswa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhlambi ePretoria bayibiza something else.
Yeah.
Bathi iringa not iringas bathi ikasi rap or something like that. Well, ringas
actually was into cadet I think
foundation is Spaza.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because that he's the one I know now kuthethwa xa kuthethwa ngeringers because singathi uyancokola uDad xa rap you know so definitely isuka from up I would
Okay, so when I go rapper in English at this point, then
Yeah.
you come to Cape Town and you see le fashion yoba, even though mosele una background, but in Cape Town clearly why
Jalo,
yeah, but
Cape
in
Town.
your face
like
to a
right
point
there.
where you decided now to change. Why?
I was actually approached. I was like told on my face, not like in a rude way or like like attacked and stuff. It's a studio and a friend. It's like example we are man, but wakhe wacinga ubhala ngelanguage yakho.
Okay.
And I'm like, zange ndicinge le nto. Ndayithatha qala as yaqonda mos xa ungumntu oyi-artist or umrapper, let's be
Yeah.
specific. If umuntu kunika izawuthina
Feedback or-
feedback ufeel ngathi uya-attackwa sometimes like uyancriticize lo mjita kanti it's constructive criticism. So I think a brother called DJ Makeke.
Yeah, I know Makeke.
Sikwabongazi apha elanduka eKhayelitsha emakhaza e-studio. So wathi kumama mfethu you should. I'll see mfethu. Fast forward a month later, kona man can you try away? And that's when I started writing in Xhosa. That was 2006 and 7, I think. Say beginning 7. And I wrote a song ethi Ungandithatheli Phansi, I think. Yeah.
At this point, do you have any inspirations in terms of abantu abakulendu kuyo, in terms of Spaza? Okay, now you're in Cape Town,
Yeah,
and there's a
yeah.
lot of it, and there's a lot of abantu abarapper in Venek.
Venek,
Yeah. But so do you have any inspiration within the Spaza and Doors movement?
Inspiration, I would say that kugunyiswa.
Okay,
Really,
let's call it that. Whatever rocks your boat.
Andifuna ungathi ndiyayibaleka ukuthi because okay masithi ndiyabanda inspire nami ubana man le ndlela kubhalwa ngayo it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yabo. As bansitsho uDad, uTacy,
Yeah.
were the first cats,
Themba
Mdlulamthi, ubani iDreamanskap, they were rapping in vernacular,
Yes.
right? So I'm like, hey, taken aback. So how do I fit in? Let me find my own place, my own
It
space.
was we all in wise. So
Uyayibona loo nto leyo?
literally kuphilwa kanjalo
good chance,
sisipaza
you
pha.
know? As much as bana ndizama umela lento yam ndize nayo,
Yeah.
but ihambi ngathi inobukhoni phakathi bayisela umjita skipana umxhosa mos, right?
Yeah.
And as much as bana umculo ke as always
Is
I've
about
always
expressing
talked
yourself,
about and expressing myself, but also kuti ndiphi my surroundings.
Okay.
And stuff. As much as I was rapping in English, but I was like, nah, lamadoda lana enza ngolu hlobo enza ngawo. Mandiwajoyine, but let me find my own pace, my
Okay.
own space and stuff.
Okay. So this
never
is
looked back.
still back in 2007, you said?
Yeah, 07, 08 ke ngoku hayi ke ndiyangena uthe chu ncembe ke nam ndiyayela
Who are
miphepha.
you working with at this point in terms of producers zalapha Cape Town and in terms of artists as well? Because
time-
you've always seemed like inkomo edla yodwa.
Ndingumntu private.
Yeah,
man,
you're
wena,
very-
very private, yabo. So ngela xesha ndandisebenza nomnye umjita kuthiwa ngubonga ezibansitsho, a friend, a long time friend of mine, Bongas, and he understood, ukuthi laa nto mos kuthiwa iproduce iyaku-understand uba ivibe kabani,
Okay.
yabo, bandibambe ngolu hlobo ndamdlaleliweyo njena, right on it.
Yeah.
Nodwayi at the same time besebhayi ngelo xesha mane ndithumelela i-beats nayo, and Thando, I'm sure you know Thando, he worked a lot with Image,
Kodak.
may he rest in peace.
Yes.
We come together from PE umjita, So first producers, it was this guy Ubongas, and again as Bawusitsho inkomo edla yodwa. I don't remember featuring anyone at
Yeah,
that
I
time.
don't remember hearing you in anyone, in fact. So you've never. Awunayo nengoma eyi-one?
I have featured, I think.
Or can you be featured in someone else's song?
I know Fundi ngayibaki. And I have people and gone by khawusondele sisebenze and stuff. So at that time I think I worked with uGamncwa.
Okay.
I think he did something, and I also did something on his album. I worked with uGamncwa and the project. It was called Social Poetics. And then abanye bentu besenza nje interludes and stuff. I think like he actually did an interlude or a skit or something like that. No one rapping, just me.
You're this guy. Why? Can I ask why ungenazi features nabantu?
I kabi, but I believe ukuthi sometimes ufuneke abantu bafile ground yakho ba okay ufundi or usim ungandoni kanye kanye, you know what I mean. And also it's very important to establish yourself when as an artist ukuthi abantu bakuve to the fullest ukuthi ungubani than bengathi nkonde depend ba okay ufundi ublowile bayamazi
rely on my wave type.
Yeah, yabo.
So awubalekeza izinto zongathi urely ku-wave yomntu.
That would be my scapegoat. However, imoto yam leyo ukuthi my project is my project. I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that, but if I sense ukuthi this person would understand mhlambi the concept or the feel of the song.
But one would be like, you've been doing that since 2000 and what, bruh? You still have not.
But kule project ngisebenza nabantu baliqela le recent sebenze like
wasiyeke recent.
The
question is what happened.
And then I worked as one sicho kaloku ndafeaturisha uhamno ku project yakhe one featurisha. Who else did I work with?
Asiyasiveka ngahamno people. In fact, wonke umuntu gets it.
Wherever you are. So that's my boy from PE. But anyways,
so in terms of your opinion, when ungathi ngubani umuntu that actually I know you were from PE, mhlambe ngabanzima for you to answer this question, but
sure.
Obviously you've also been around Spaza kids and the Spaza movement for a while.
True.
So mhlambe sele uvile ukubona picked up wherever about who were some of the people that started the movement Spaza and actually started Spaza in fact.
Yonke ngabe ndiyaphosisa mntasekhaya nami it's a question nam endihleli nje ndiyazibuza as an MC, but I wonder because the only information I have is len lam ndiye ndayirelaya ngobana I know of that, you know, and nayo that unabantu yazibanisitsho abaziyo, you know, but it seems to feel ba engathi qale egooks for some reason indaba the tag name, Spaza or the subculture. Yabo as mabe besisicacisile mosikuthi nakwezinye indawo at that time they were rapping in Sesotho, they were rapping in Zulu, they were rapping in Xhosa, even in the Eastern Cape, but it was not Spaza. But as bandi zama ukuphendula and ngikwazi ukuthi I have the actual knowledge because also I'm a visitor here, yabo, so ndincance somehow. And for you, because you spoke about ukufikelela kwi all in wise, right? I usually ask abantu this question about, do you feel ukuthi that's where you got your fame? It played a huge role when Fundi kakhulu mntasekhaya. I am not going to downplay that. All in wise played a huge role for most of us, including myself, as hip hop acts in Cape Town. Okay. Right. And at that time, it was rare to find it on radio. Push Radio was pushing it, of course, but late at night. So if you were like a night walk or some
Friday
sort,
nights, we like.
So All in Wise were the actual radio for us, you know. So if you had to know anyone or rapper, go to All in Wise, and kulapho ke ngokuza uslidelwa khona ne tape by say, man, I'm doing this, no man, I'm doing that, no I'm doing this is this cat from that cat or from that whatever area. Kela xesha I believe it was MySpace, you know, so you can imagine as old schoolers as we are. So
how old are you, dude?
Look at me and guess. A man don't tell his age.
So what would you say was your very first song, Eya Pumaya, that made uSimphiwe Mabuya the artist?
I think Usana Lwam.
Ne.
Yeah, bandabanitsi bandazi ngosana.
So you performed it na yolongo kwi All in Wise. Okanye it was just part of the mixtape.
What he did, Coriander, he looked at Kwingoma as Fumana response, not probably response, but we artists as Bona Kuti, they would have something substantial to offer through, because Waisbona song by you know, because he was the MC. So he would approach each and every one, this one Ntshwanti, that one Ntshwanti, you know. say, which song would you offer? And at that time, Usana Lwam, every time I performed that song, All In Wise, people were like, whoa, not just Payana, of course.
Yeah.
And I thought, let me submit that song. And
Okay.
from that song, I back again we project the actual song because it as a single. They fuck with poetics, and then the tape came out again through All In Wise Sapusha.
Wow.
There, I'm going to sessions, of course, in Cape Town, selling Goma Fundi, Goma Pal, Goma Danun. Hey, we've like traveled around, just pushing the music, Yeah.
Wow. Were you ever exposed to Windows group in the Spaza movement?
I would not say really, fortunately, but I had friends.
Okay.
You were one of my friends yourself.
I was, yes.
I had another sister, I'm not sure if she was your friend or not, but I had a lot of people who knew me, and I'm a very social person. As much as I am private, but when I'm amongst abantu, I should be. So I've never been in a situation awkwardness. Like sister or something like that. No.
But I wonder why would you say your situation is awkward when, because literally it's said that it's appreciation of you guys being that good.
Yes.
In what you do. So awkward journey.
Sometimes masithi mhlambe uyazihambela ne-family and stuff. Mhlambe umuntu akakwazi noba une-family and such. See me. Excuse me.
So that's why you chose your lady friends, Jay.
Wisely, so that because I'm a very open person as well.
You know of this thing here, groupie within the Spaza movement, right?
Sorry, yes.
You saw it happen.
I saw it. It was crazy. It is still crazy, right?
Still happening.
Still happening.
Why do you think that's there? Is it really appreciation?
It's a natural thing. I mean, there were groupies before. Tina Sears Baguti, they were groupies. Or Michael Jackson, they had groupies.
Yeah, of course.
They had groupies, and all these big artists, they had groupies. Still today, say into a groupie because ikala gokuthanda umculo womuntu uyabo. And then you're like, actually, I love this music. And then you're
fortunate to know this person.
I actually love this person. It's not really love. It's, of course, some kind of love, because love, you can put it in different brackets, right? So indaba ke yobana ufumanise umuntu kuthiwa uyigroupie and then all of those things zinto ezikhoyo. But when as an artist, you should be mindful ukuthi, okay, if this person is a fan of mine, how do I treat this person as a fan of mine? Dignified and respectful, so that this person is able to talk good about you out there, because first and foremost, a fan, you don't want to find yourself as again in another awkward situation where most of the time you would find some of us would take advantage of a groupie or a fan over, then 2-3 months down the line, that fan talking something about someone. But I
don't know, it's kind of tricky because you say treat them with respect and all of that. With respect.
The artist or the actual fan?
The fan.
Yeah, that is a difficult one for the fan or for the artist, I don't know, or just a predicament of some sort, which is true, because bakhona ke nyani ufumanisa ba umuntu just doesn't care. I'm just a reckless fan.
Because this fan now wants to come to your personal space. Is that okay for one to bring? Do you get what I'm saying? And this fan now wants to have your number. Do you get what I'm saying? We don't know each other like that.
Yes.
Yeah, you like what I do.
You like what I do,
thank you. I love you now.
Inbox, DM.
So it should end there. So I'm assuming you were never involved in such.
As one situation, it creates awkward situations, right? So I've never, fortunately, because as one situation, I'm a person on principles and I'm a person honest. I will tell you, look, this is who I am, and I'm involved, or I'm married and such and such. So we can be friends.
Okay.
You know, it's ayonto wrong oleyo. But izinto ezitsibela kwezinye indawo.
Qala apho. Let's talk about beefs within Spaza. Have you ever seen or you've been around ilanduke beef, and what's your take nje with regards to beefs and Spaza? Let's just say beefs and hip hop. It seems to be a culture of some sort.
I would say it is a part of it. It's not even an element, but it's probably, if that's a word, a sub-element of some sort. Because throughout history, rap, it has always been.
There's always been.
You know, indaba beef, because it's a competitive sport, right? So if you say you are doper than me, I'm going to have to prove myself that I'm doper than you, or you are whack. Right? I'm gonna kill you with these 2 words quick, right? And you come back, he's beefing.
And then I know about your girlfriend, I slept with it.
You know what I mean? And there's also that, and
because I've always seen it like that.
Talk about your mom.
People talk about other people's mothers, and people talk about girlfriends. Okay.
Right, because I mean, we used to watch battles.
Awkward situation for you.
Fortunate again. On the right. I'm a person who likes to be on the right.
Okay.
I'm not perfect.
Yes.
I have my mistakes, right? However, I always so I trod easy.
So you don't do things you're going to be sorry for.
Yeah.
Like that.
I will just take things lying down. Like, if I have to respond on something I feel like I need to respond on, I will respond wisely, even, you know, or civilized to a point, because we are brands.
Yeah.
We don't want to tarnish your brand because you Sim, you are my crush, or you are my ntontoni, or ngumntu wam, because abantu bayazibhala izinto online. There was a you know, kanye umntu abhale mhlambi, I don't know, like some funny stuff, you know, when are you coming to see me, or something like that.
Something is recently, yeah.
Exactly. You know.
I remember Phoenix posted, we posted, I posted, he posted, we had lunch this other time so I posted it. I'm like, I love this nigga. He posted, and then this girl comes into my inbox, I'm like, I'm not even gonna
don't entertain it.
I was like, I choose what I reply to.
Yeah, don't.
So I get what you're saying.
Sure,
but do you feel beef within Spaza maybe helped it, or kanye sort of like destroyed it? Because now there is a relationship as a moshagalayo, because people were beefing and actually even wrote diss tracks for each other.
It's a double-edged sword, right? Somehow it managed to build a reputation of the genre, because by being not negative per se, but controversial, right? People want to know, hey, Mrs. Jones, you know, Parklands, you know, but not thinking who's getting damaged in between.
In the process.
However, as one situation, it's a double-edged sword that way. Followers want to know,
and also you cannot expect followers or even people to not want to know, because once it's out there for us to know, you put it out there
in the first place, right? Think about Biggie and Pac. It was huge, you know, and people like fans died fighting for like Sister South Africa, I'm a Biggie fan, I'm a Pac fan, I'm a shoot you, I'm a thug, I'm a this. So bring it back home here in Cape Town. Relationships got destroyed in the process of builder but destroyer at the same time, because we had personal, not just we had personal, but probably break it down.
Because also that I said are personal,
very personal stuff, very private stuff, like say you know, when I'm trying to retire and stuff, I said it all in my book. I've been dissed already about it. So beef like that, I mean the genre of hip hop or rap, it's cutthroat like that, with that element beef.
Okay.
Things like that do happen. People lose their careers or people give up. Abanye climb on top of others because of that, because now you are named a champ or something like that, given that title.
Do you believe in the concept yoba within the Spaza movement there are people that are in the house? Shout out to Azo. There are people that are in the house and people that were not.
Actually, can you be broader in the house?
I think you get it, but it's okay. I'll entertain you.
Thank you. Just in case somebody else also doesn't get it.
Because in the house means that within the Spaza doors, there are those that are not known njengabanye. So asaziwa ngokufanayo. It's like in any industry for that matter. So ukwaziwa kwethu kune levels. So you get those that are in the house.
In the actual house.
And those that are not. So do you were you in the house?
Do I even know if there's a house? Was I aware if there was a house? There's always a house, I guess.
There's always a house. Who helped us with this thing? There's always a house.
And in each and every house, there are factions. And there are gatekeepers. So I've never really, put it in my head, Guti, I should, belong in a house.
Okay.
Right, find a sense of belonging somewhere. I already belong in hip hop.
In your house, because remember, this house is in your head.
You see, you are the one telling me in my house. I haven't taken a house, so I'm trying to fit myself in that house.
Okay, let's talk about the house.
You haven't come into my house yet. I have a house in that. But anyways, so in my head, I'm saying, if then there is such a house, because I don't know where it is, right? Because it could be anywhere. It is created by fans, this house, and we can say, Tina, siyayaz, because I have so many fans and stuff. I don't know how many fans that know me, right? And I can't determine that and say, because I have such a number of fans, and I say I'm in the house.
Doesn't it count?
What does it mean to be in the house?
Doesn't it count when you release how much
impact?
Noise
and stuff.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's why I
so
said
that
it
would
has
tell
to do
you
with
if you're in the house, ne?
That will somehow give you an idea.
But then they understand it because
if
now
you're in the house, are you also, because now there's a bigger house, the industry.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's why I'm saying that understand, because also say now you are in this house ne, and you post and noise ngayo, but then you don't get even 10 grand.
You are actually in an imaginary house.
So this house,
you are playing house.
Imaginary is the food in this house.
Imaginary money, imaginary numbers, because there's likes and wow, this is dope. This was an point about like mntasekhaya wena Fundi, right? First and foremost, do you understand the house? Right? As a person who says, I am in the house, or claims to be in the house. What does the house bring to you, or what can we see from you that you are in the house? Question you release a song. What impact does it make? Say you make an impact.
It makes the noise.
People download it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But where are you even? Which platform? Because kuneza way bana zip ndondoni, boy download apha ndoni, kuthumela email, kuthumela WhatsApp and stuff. That's child's play. I'm not going to be beating about the bush. That's child's play. That is when you're starting to put yourself out there. You can still sell your music, still, of course, on WhatsApp and all of those things and what. However, if your music is not rotational on radio and TV and adverts and what, and on film, things that actually generate royalties for you as an artist. On the platforms themselves, the digital platforms, right? Because now there are Spotify, YouTube, just abantu besibukele sooner or later sisifuna out 50K.
I receive.
Because you have a goal. So if you don't have a goal in that house that you are in, if your goal is or if your goal seems to distract you somehow, because sometimes we get a lot of distractions. Ucima fanba umntu is in
the
this
house.
kanti is in the house for something else.
Talking about ingoma that generates and royalties and stuff. I heard your song on Gomora one day.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Congrats on that.
Yeah.
One would be like, artists Spaza, you don't see them, or you'll hear only like a few of them.
True.
Is it because that niyamonelana, because ikhona point that BK raised one image saying that akufakwana apha kwispaza bantu bafuna uzityela
Ikhona naleyo ne.
so nawe uzityele pha kuGomora
Manibethe bafuneni bethu.
bayandifuna
I'm lying. The thing is this, when Fundi mdase, I learned from the onset, Uti, in whatever industry you are in, be it you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are in sports, you know, wherever you are, research what discipline you are in.
Okay.
And know the ins and outs of it. By knowing the ins and outs of it means understand the business of it. Now, if you understand the business, it means now it gives you a task of let me research how do I eat about without going to Fundi. If India go Fundi, India city go Fundi, say I heard through this reading or video I saw that if I give you my music, this is why. How true is this? Because you work on radio, right? No, it's true. But funeke ube nale ISRC number, funeke ube on SAMRO and all of those things.
Ungazi nje expecting me to lift you up with me kungekhondo, okay?
So now just to ivala ke ngokuba i-question ukuthi awusubo uyavalelwa per se. Sometimes you can't expect izinto zizokuwe ngetray okanye undibona ufundi eku denza umzekelo. There's also such things, but no one, I don't want to say that because it's a very bad
I feel
statement.
like you should.
No one
owes you anything.
I don't
you
like
should.
that.
I like that.
Really
Guys, I like that. I tell people all the time, no one is coming.
Hey.
No one is coming.
And it happens even in events when it's like when no one comes,
coming.
no one comes. But ke ngokule point yokuthi no one really owes you anything. Sometimes there are people who listen to us. It's like if then you were listening to me 20 years or 3 years or 4 or 5 years back, it's like you were there for me. You were playing my music, you were paying my lights, you were paying for my petrol, you were paying for my clothes. And then I go about and say, you don't owe me nothing, or I don't owe you anything. It hurts. Because I'm also a fan to other people. If you were to turn around and tell me, I don't owe you jack shit, whether you come through or not, such is life.
Yeah.
But let's be human and be realistic about it. You know what I mean? Because, but anyway, that's another topic.
That's another topic. That's another topic. I wanna get into.
I'm not gonna be playing about. Let me find things by myself and go out there.
Talking about Ukvalelwan, so in your humble opinion, good sir, what happened to Spaza?
It's a very, very, very good question. And I don't think I am able to answer it, but I'll try. Of course, if initially I did say about Spaza.
Yeah,
so
we all have our 2 cents.
Now, what happened to it again is it's something I can't chew over like this conversation we are having now, and it will also have to involve other parties, of course. But now, from where I am sitting, indaba yeSpaza, it was self-detrimental somehow. Sibulele ngokwethu ngokuthi again kule nto yokuthi siyavalelana one.
Okay.
We don't wanna, if I say let's feature, nah.
Simfuna who's in the house.
Or you in the house, or you want to be in the house.
Yeah, you in the house.
So
okay.
Okay. So where am I?
So because you're counting izinto that could have killed Spaza, but
Yeah.
Is it the fact uvalelwano?
Uvalelwano. And then another thing is when we do events,
Okay.
right? It shouldn't be a territorial thing. Again, ukuvalelwano liyangena phayana because it becomes a territorial thing. If a Philippi Benzi event, I'm not saying a Philippi kwenzeka, it's just an example.
Yeah.
It's a Philippi thing. No cats from Khayelitsha, no cats from Cooks, no cats from Mandalay or
Okay,
whatever, or
okay.
from town, because Cape Town is huge. No cats from Paarl, from Stellenbosch. Nah, no one. My understanding at that time when Spaza was at its peak, as Baben Sichoben travel, I'm not koma Danun, koma Paarl,
Yeah.
koma Stellenbosch, koma Robertson, koma Worcester, koma Ndondon, for the music, you know. And can we imagine, you fast forward today, okay, never mind about COVID and stuff.
No, we
Before
can't.
even that,
Yes.
things basically Spaza feel. Well, the question stemmed from there
Yes.
anyway, right? But what happened to Spaza?
did.
Because people said Spaza died, and maybe people stopped also writing, and maybe people grew, people, found other passions.
Yeah.
But some people stuck with it. And also another thing that killed it, as I've been switching events, there are no brands. Mhlambi, we didn't sell it enough,
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, content.
Okay.
Content was a thing at some point, I was also documenting in Dabayoguti. What is Spaza about, really? Because there was a misconception, if I'm not, I stand to be corrected, a misconception, Spaza is music without substance. It's like bubblegum music.
Okay.
Kuyagezelwana, kuyaxotshelwana,
Yeah.
kuyathiwa,
Hey, I've heard a
and
lot
all
of
those
that, yes.
things. And then that also played a huge role, and ukuthi abantu bayidisregard indaba yespaza.
Yeah, because now you get some ezinye kids Tina that esithi xa simamela umculo wazo siqombe Spaza bona bathi hayi ngicula Spaza mina. And you xa umbuze sisi umuntu ba why usithi ucula uzokunika le reason yobana hayi iSpaza kaloku bubble gum ntoni.
I'm one of those people, but I'm not one of those people who says Spaza is bubble gum. But I'm one of those people who regard themselves as a rapper.
Not a Spaza.
I wouldn't say, if you want to call me a Spaza rapper, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm not going to dismiss that. But personally, I'm just a plain rapper.
So basingabakho awards here is nemali.
Sure.
It was Spaza Awards.
Yeah.
That has Boise.
Yeah, sure.
The winner is of money mali.
Sure.
You wouldn't want to be in a category.
I don't have to be, because I don't have to, because Diazgarela now, Guti, I am not a Spaza.
Okay.
I have
So
always
you
never
wouldn't
been
mind.
a Spaza rap artist. But I follow Spaza. I know what Spaza is about, because Spaza is still rap. It's just a subgenre that we took for Indaba Yoguti, a sense of ownership in Cape Town.
Yes,
It's ours,
it's a sense of ownership.
right?
That's why I think I understand
don't deny
the part
that, you know.
Abantu would not want to be associated with it, whereas they from here in this era is Spaza. It's well, like it's going out ngoku sesisifo singasifuniyo
deny
sonke. It's like I'm negative type of vibe. Ukubona?
Yeah, that also led to ukuthi Spaza sibe siyasinga, because
Okay.
people like myself, not that it sounded negative, like people like myself that who say they are not Spaza cats or Spaza rappers are like pushing it down. Mna ispaza ndingasimela naphina.
Okay.
For real, because it is a genre that I came to Cape Town and I found myself in Yona as a subculture or a subgenre, your hip hop, right?
Okay.
Or your rap. But I stuck to the roots of rhythm
Being there.
and poetry. Now, two things here. If there is really a line between, because for me, if sinoba technical,
Okay.
sithi uthi wenza Spaza sisukapi, suka kwi-rap, of course. So when you're doing rap, what does the rap means, or what does it stand for? It stands for rhythm and poetry. Let's go back to Spaza. Does Spaza have any poetry in it?
Yeah, I would say.
See, now there is because you know there are a
I'm
few.
not a
you
Spaza artist.
pick certain artists,
But,
and
you know
say
why
this
I-
artist is poetical.
You know
with
why I
his
say
music.
by yes, because some of his Spaza cats that I've spoken to, especially Clip Podcast, have said they started in poetry before they rapped. Yeah, but
Beautiful.
so that's why, and they are owning in Dobana. They are Spaza artists, artists like your Madness, your
Yeah.
Pro X, yeah, but
Ondlulamthi,
They started in
Ozanzolo,
poetry. Yeah.
yeah.
So
But there's a few names we are counting, right?
does not mean baphelele phaka look.
But my point was, siyakwazi ubachunga. Sithi so and so.
Yeah.
You can listen to so and so and say this is
But
poetry.
a point yakho, I feel ukuthi uzama ukukhupha ispaza from poetry
Andifuna uzikhupha but ndifuna kubekho
because you sound like you don't agree
Ukaka.
that ikhona poetry kwispaza.
I'm saying an artist that writes and says they are doing Spaza, which is a baby of rhythm and poetry, and just write without any poetry in his or her music, then that's where I am at. Because there are those who are just writing without understanding poetry. You also mentioned ukuthi kuba khona baqale kwi-poetry, where you would stand out and recite your poem about blah, 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 and understand ukuthi your poem in a stanza, your poem in a rhyme scheme, in a flow patterns, in a alliterations as tile, and all of those things. In Xhosa ke ngoku, poetry becomes deeper when it comes to Xhosa. Most of us did not even probably do it at school,
Yeah.
Xhosa literature
Yeah.
or poetry. It is only a matter of umntu athi, I'm able ukuthatha ubuso nogoso ndimbeke together and say that's poetry.
Dlala ngamagama.
So ndlale ngamagama. You see, this conversation could be another conversation by itself because I am passionate about it. I could go
I know.
on
That's
and
why I'm
on
like,
and on and on.
educate
So
us, will you?
I don't want to. I am definitely going to say this again. I am not saying Spaza, it is not rap or is
No, poetry.
it's not poetry or enough poetry, but there are writers whom don't seem to express themselves poetically.
Poetical. Okay. Isan. We are being educated now here, guys.
I guess
We're almost at the end of our conversation, right? And we cannot be there. Singakhange find out who are some of your top 5. You're back in the day. Mhlambe top 5 yakho kwispaza that you would even want to hear in one song.
Top 5, yeah, Spaza.
But maybe before you answer that, can you answer me this? Because I'm just thinking now, because ungumntu that does not do features. Mhlambe
I do.
Yeah. Just bear with me here. Entertain me kancinci.
Okay.
Ungumntu ongazenzi features. So would you do you feel zikhona mhlambe features that you've listened to and you feel unnecessary? You could have done this alone.
In my song or in other people's?
Other people.
Yeah, there are, but I'm not going to put people's names out there.
No, don't want. I want names or I don't want.
Initially, your question was leading.
No, it's okay. But like,
Anyway.
why would you say that? Why do you feel not zonke ingoma need a feature?
Okay, ezinye ingoma, there could be okay. Fundi. I don't want to say because ingoma iwakwazi ba personal.
Okay.
Because now ways are personal in terms of
Okay.
the subject matter,
Yeah.
and then we do it together. Say my mother, for instance. You have your own background and stuff about your mother. I'm like,
Yeah.
Fundi mhlambi. But what makes me think of ba ufundi anga kule ngoma? Maybe because of indlela acula ngayo, I think she would fit. Featuring people in music, it is not a matter of come and feature. It is a matter of constructing and curating a song. So you must have intentions of ukuthi I am putting Fundi here because his strengths zakhe
It doesn't matter about who this person is.
It actually does, because kaloku it means ukuthi Fundi ugood kule nalena.
Yeah. No, I mean, it doesn't matter about who this person is. I mean, in terms of the names. Because I'm being featured because the famous mhlawumbi.
Lanto besithetha ngayo bana ndifuna ukugcuza kubani fame yakhe mntu azo-raise numbers. So indaba ye-feature ibalekile ke mna I think ngolo hlobo, because also I have my own mhlawumbi following esendiyicreatile, now you have your own following, and then bava ubani kufundi bani lo mjito rap up. Okay, let's follow that person. Bava ufunde ecula kanye rapper umjita, hayibo ngibani umjito rap up, hayi nguzanzolo, hayibo masike simkhanye. Boom. So zibalekile feature, I'm not going to lie.
Okay. What's your take on the new guys ngoku that have taken over wave Cape Town hip hop?
It's very interesting, I'm not going to lie.
Do you listen to them?
I listen. Yeah, I listen. I'm not going to lie, I listen. At the present moment, umntu endimane ndiphosa kuye indlebe nguBob. Ulaphe Litha
Bob from Purple Records.
Yes.
Okay. Bob is not really new. Bob is like an OG-ish.
Is he OG?
OG-ish. Bob has been around. I mean the new kids on the block, like your Bravos,
Okay, Bravo. I've listened to Bravo. Sister Alpha. I've heard her music, and I've seen her perform at Ghetto Sessions. Kwalo. I think I've seen footage yakhe, never face to face. I've also heard online like some browser and stuff, because now I listen to other people.
Love that line. Can't lie between.
You see, so music is powerful like that, because si recite. But anyways, so I listen now, because banezinto abazithethayo ezithatha out today.
Okay.
We used to be not bitter per se, but we used to think that this new wave or this trap music, but then we forget ukuthi this is now. This is what is happening now. Okay. So a generation coming up through and hearing this music is our inspiring low music.
So it's not fair to compare them.
To compare and say, the real shit is in the 90s and stuff. Yes, it is in the 90s, but if you have to travel back, there's room to travel back and take it and bring it here, because that is society back then. So today, I remember khona umjita bensando thunyelwa umculo wakhe libele nje igama le title album yakhe, but naye wenza trap, and my comment was about umculo wakhe authentic. As much as akona musi trap, it's almost ngathi wonke umuntu wenza into eyi-one until you listen to what that person is saying. So this particular brother, I think, is local. Just for, I don't know the libera jika, but anyways, so yeah, pendula ndiyabamamela ba new wave.
So you feel there's something there, because I must say I've been getting very not so bad, but not so good either. Comments with regards to the new music that's out now, and the way I don't know mhlambi, because abanye feel ukuthi there's no content in the music. Content man ebambekayo and motivateayo and because there was always something a conscious about rap yakudala most either you're fighting for equal yabona. So I guess ke nyani ngabantu from that era that are expecting that from.
I mean, Dasekaya, as Ban usually explained, he is talking about things that matter
today,
using trap music. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, they do trap, or J. Cole, they do trap, because they are new age rappers, if I were to put it that way, but they're relevant. The content, so we listen, but bring it here, ekaya. thina ke ngoku abantu ba inspired mhlambi the generation that is inspired by the trap that is out there now, they just seem to think ukuthi it's about bowling mhlambi. And then ize kule nto ugqiba uyitsho yoba kuthiwa ke this trap, that's why we judge it, because it has nothing really. It's not a CT, it's food for thought or food for the soul that we can digest. It's just shwam, like it's hot today, tomorrow it's gone, you know. So you can't say this is really like, you know.
But it's hot nje.
But it's hot on Bolekas, you know. You see what I mean? And it's music.
It's music.
It's music, you know.
So your top 5 that you'd like to see in one song? Like to hear
in one song, Spaza.
Number 1.
I think number 1
Zanzolo. Okay.
Image namgqibela kudala umva.
Image, okay.
Undlu. Khona imjito ethiwa ngu-Ino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems quite interesting. I'd like to umva mhlawumbi ngenza ntoni naye with these cats. The last one would be very difficult one. Pizzo, yeah.
Pizzo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting choice. Any reason?
Pizzo naye if uthatha ngespaza, you know, as much as naye mhlawumbi
yeah, we can't talk about Spaza and not mention him.
Yeah, uzawuba nabakhe abantu athi, but Pizzo contributed a lot.
Yeah, kakhulu.
So yeah.
Alrighty, so what are you up to now?
Up to no good as usual. I'm kidding.
So then Gomora and so
so now I've just released like a month back a project called Shock and Awe, which is mostly about what is happening in our globe, you know, but I just took it a little bit back, like the origins of why senzeka into ezenzekalayo now. So it's like volume 1, and then I'm going to localize it or bring it home, you know, which okay, from where I started it on a global scale, let's put it here at home. When I'm talking about mind control,
okay.
When I'm talking about shock therapy, you know, when I'm talking about economic reforms, you know, I mean, in the state capture already, but in my music, I also mention such things like, you know, the people whom we say they are controlling us and stuff, like the oligarchs, you know, the government itself working with the oligarchs and stuff. So in that tape, it's just 3-track tape, 6 because of the beats, the instrumentals. So the following one, which will be volume 2 of Shock and Awe, as Bansicho, still has, I haven't announced the dates yet.
Okay.
But yeah. It's that
but
one.
Fumaneka
on YouTube, on Spotify, zonke eza platforms, you know. So it's Perceptions and then ibe.
Do you guys still do city doors nowadays?
Hey, yasokolisa indaba ye-CD Fundi.
Why is that?
Because time doesn't
allow.
It's not like time doesn't agree even, you know. Never mind, time does not agree. We have moved with the times. Yes, I know, but now imagine I'm gonna print a CD for about 10 or 20 or 30. There's costs as kufuneka ndizifakile kweza CDs, and then sometimes andibafumana ababantu omnye nje ngokundihlene CDs phaa endlini. But now here's a beautiful thing about the digital platforms. You can reach people wherever they are, and they can sample your music wherever they are, and they can, sample before they buy. Because now, as far as music as your mamela, you know what I mean, and say, oh snap, this album dithenge without even knowing, and then I only find like one jam here or 2, and then the rest is garbage. So now you can judge quickly and listen and say, you know,
garbage.
So in the CD, it is for me, it's a disadvantage.
Okay.
Even now, izinto like equipment, electronic appliances, they don't even that says motweni, even laptops. Just bought a laptop. It only has USB ports, no CD slots or ROM. You know. So
unfortunately,
you know,
that's what you are saying.
You yakho ayi.
So you are saying, basashagemva bantu, they must
They
come.
must come and join the masses. Akho ndlela.
What are your social media platforms? Abantu bakufumana phi and all of that?
Ndiyafumaneka ku Facebook Simphiwe Mabuya. And ndiyafumaneka ku Instagram Simphiwe Mabuya 78. Ndiyafumaneka ku Twitter Simphiwe Mabuya.
Do you perform anywhere? Do you have any performances coming?
Yeah,
Said was khona mos ngoku events buyiwe mos.
Buyiwe ngoku besikade si hesitant musingayazi ba umoya bubheka.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just performed now kwaMlamli, and there's a few others that I'm not going to mention now that still need to be confirmed. Yeah, I've been performing throughout. It was unyakuqalile nje, but of course we pick him as umuntu performer about the performer power or not.
Yeah.
Performed also on the ghetto sessions last year. So yeah.
Oh, second sessions that are happening around.
Ghetto sessions last year. Yeah, last year. I'm not sure this year. See, I bethethe into kubana ngathi nazo ziyeza.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if ziyeza zenzeka now or not.
Yeah, we can't nezinyophizo bekhe wathetha ngazo somewhere in Harare nazo ziyeza. So I guess we'll see.
The more there's activities, the better. That's how the industry happens.
Awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thanks for the invite.
But a few things that we learned from you, Namhlanje, being the OG that you are. Kazini, please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page and like us. And also, remember, what happened to Spaza, man? Cheers, we out.
Telling me what I want up in the streets. Me live me life and me not stress.